What the deal, YouTube? I had to get the phone off of my face, just so y'all can see the pretty scenery. I'm not taking a video of this truck. I want to welcome some of y'all back for the first time. I want to welcome some of y'all back, welcome some of y'all for the first time. Let me pass this truck real quick. I want to thank y'all who have been viewing my videos. Thank y'all who have been viewing my channel, stuff like that, and subscribing and commenting and liking and everything like that. And this is basically, this video is about to be a continuation of the previous video that I've just recently posted, titled Racism in the US. Alright, because I'm still having thoughts, still having different aspects of that topic that are popping into my head right now, and I'm gonna have to stop and get gas soon. That's cool. I'm still on my way back to work. I'm still on my way to work. Anyway, check this out. It's like this. When people, when people have toxic energy, right? They just have a toxic aura around them, and they feel the need to project that onto other people, be it of the same kind or a different quote-unquote race. That's basically not you necessarily being racist. That's just you being a toxic person. And you know, there's a bunch of studies that have been done about human behavior and toxic people and toxic relationships and the such. Okay, so it's like this. You projecting onto another person how you feel about them being in your city or in your quote-unquote town or in your state and stuff like this. That's just you just being a toxic person. And if not for nothing else, alright, I'm saying this, and I'm so, you know, and I know this might, you know, to use the word proud, I'm so proud to say this. This is you actually hindering the evolution or the growth or the progression or the success or the prosperation of another being. Not even just another race, of another human being first. Because before there's race, there's still just a human. Okay? And not for nothing, you know, I gotta say this. Yeah, okay. On record, there were instances where quote unquote black people or quote unquote African Americans weren't even considered as actual humans. Like, they were percent animal and all this. Okay. However, if let's say, hypothetically speaking, let's say for a second that were the case. Based on how other people are currently acting, other races, are you not acting like an animal as well, though? Are you not then subjecting yourself to animalistic ways in your own way? Like, based on how you're acting, though. Like, look at how you're acting. Okay, yeah, on record, maybe it was considered that I was part animal. Okay. But look at how you're acting right now, though. So maybe we should revisit that definition. Maybe we should revisit that topic. And then what does it really mean to be considered as an animal? Because based on Darwinism or you know, let science tell it, we're all still a part of the animal kingdom. See, now that's your loophole. That's your loophole. That is your what do you call it? That's where your whole argument fails. Okay, that's where your whole argument fails. For them to consider a specific type or a specific group of people as not being wholeheartedly or not being all the way human, and being part animal or being part considered as property. Huh. Okay, listen, if any of you have ever taken science classes and you let your science teacher tell it, you're part animal. You're not even a part of the, you're a part of the animal kingdom. There's like what, 3 kingdoms that consist of the fungi, bacteria, 4 kingdoms. Fungus, bacteria, plants, vegetation, and the animals. There's only like 4 kingdoms, right? Based on science, scientifically speaking. All right, now, if anybody feels the need over time to try and bash me in the comments, listen, you're barking up the wrong tree, because I have a biology degree. I've stated this in other videos that I've posted. All right, I have a 4-year college degree. All right, and it's not like I was just scraping by. I actually did pretty well, and it wasn't hard. Okay, so I actually know what it takes to actually save the planet. So before you go trying to attack me in the comments or physically, all right, you might want to rethink your argument. Anyway, because I know that we're not animals. I know that we have animalistic tendencies, yes, absolutely, but we are not animals. But it's still arguable. It's still very much arguable, because what really separates us from the animal kingdom? I digress, because that's not what this video is about. This video is about false sense of entitlement and how racist people infringe upon the progress of other people. Okay? Because you can take a colored person, let's say colored, I don't know, for lack of a better term. I don't particularly care about the verbiage or the words that I use. But my point is still going to get across. Scratch what I just said before what I just said. There have been many instances where I've been more intelligent than those individuals in my class, where they weren't even a part of the same race as me, and they may have felt superior when they first got in class just by looking at me, just because maybe I dress like a thug, maybe I talk a certain way, whatever. However, my grades were better than theirs. I always had my hand up asking questions, and the questions that I asked always led into a more interesting teaching structure, where other people in the class, other students, actually benefited from me raising my hand. However, let history tell it, they were trying to oppress African American / black people from learning. They didn't want us to read books and stuff like this. However, on a scholarly level, in 2021, 2022, shit, I graduated back in 2016, okay? I still proved to be more of a scholar than other people in my class, and not many of them were black, okay? And that's where a lot of the hatred actually lies. Let's face it, people, and I'm gonna say this very bluntly, many Caucasian people, quote unquote, I'm quoting this because I have nothing against quote unquote Caucasian people, white people, whatever you want to call it. However, I say that to say this, because this is my disclaimer. Many of them, many of you, whatever, are afraid that you're going to get wiped out over time. You're afraid you're going to get wiped out over time. You're afraid that on an intellectual level, on a physical level, on a, health level, whatever, on a wellness level, on some level, this false sense of supremacy that you think you have, this false sense of entitlement that you think of you have, is going to get wiped out, and it's no longer going to be protected. Because that's all you're trying to do at the end of the day. When you try and project, I'm gonna use the word project again. When you try and project this ideal or this notion of white supremacy, you're basically just trying to protect yourself and your kind, I guess, quote unquote. I keep quote unquoting. All right, I have to put these things in quotes. All right, this isn't necessarily a terminology that I choose to use. It's just terminology that I have available at my disposal. You understand? Look at this guy. What are you doing? Come on, we're coming in the curve. What are you gonna do? All right, I'm gonna slow down because I'm not in any rush and I'm not trying to race you. Okay, because I can care less. Because I know that I'm still gonna win. Okay. So with that being said, you're trying to create a sense of protection through projection on other people. That's what's happening. And I'm no psychologist, but I have taken psychology 101. Yeah, I've taken psychology 101 among many other courses. And let me just say this. Again, I didn't just drag by. I passed those classes with ease. In addition to me having a life outside of school and probably working 2 jobs and everything. You understand me? I digress. And pretty soon I'm probably going to end this video. We're 11 minutes and 36 seconds in and I'm not supposed to be on my phone while I'm driving. However, as you can probably already tell, I'm doing pretty well at it. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with this. And I'm not trying to pose a threat. If you feel threatened, that's on you. You know, that's just your perception. Again, that's just your perception. It's just your perception. Because there's nothing saying that we can't live together in absolute harmony. And when I tell you that if we live together in absolute harmony, it will be so much better than what many people are trying to create instead. Okay? There's no government to protect. Don't think that you're protecting your government. Protect yourself. Don't sit here and, you know, claim some country. Okay? You got people that'll claim a country, but then they'll go to another country because they have the money, they have the finances, they have the time, and they have the, you know, the desire to do so. And you got people that'll go to another country, but then turn around and come back to the States, come back to the United States, and have the nerve to tell people to get out of their country. Are you effing kidding me? How much of a lowlife are you? How much of a lowlife are you? You are a lowlife, and you need to accept that and stop projecting that onto other people. Just because you're a scumbag does not make it okay for you to make other people feel like scumbags. You understand? Alright, with all that being said, I'm going to end this video with that. And, you know, you need to have a seat. You need to take 1,000 seats. And you need to sit down and think about your existence. Think about your existence and really put down on paper what makes you better than other people and what makes you not better than other people. And tell me what you come up with. Look at this Donald Trump sign right there. Now, I never voted for anybody. I've never voted. Yeah, and I'm proud to say that. Why? Because that just tells me that I didn't subscribe to their system. I did not acquiesce to the arrangement that's at hand here. You know, I didn't go extend my volts into a voltage chamber and get, you know, and elect anybody. You know, I electrify myself. I keep my votes, my votes, my elect my electricity to myself. I keep my electricity to myself. I elect me over anything. Okay? There's so much that I can say right now, you know. There really is. There's so much that I can say. You know, there really is. But I'm opting to just keep it to myself right now and just focus on this road and regain peace of mind. Okay? Don't be offended. I just want to say that as a disclaimer. Do not be offended by this video. Whoever's watching, don't be offended. Take heed though. Take heed. Because you're not better. You're not better than anyone. You know? Just because you might be, you know, let's see here. Just because you might work for the IRS and somebody else works at McDonald's does not give you the right to speak down on anyone. We don't have a right to speak down on anyone. I can sit here and be like, oh, well, you know, I make $100,000 a year. You know, how much do you make? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Obviously, I have a different skill set than you. Okay? I smoke cigarettes. Whatever. Judge me because I smoke cigarettes. You know, I gotta stop and get gas. You don't have the right to judge anyone. You don't. You don't have the right to judge. Especially not without first judging yourself. You don't have the right to judge anyone, especially without first taking a seat and judging yourself. You know, because shit, the color of dookie or the color of shit may be brown, but the toilet is still white. The mouth of the toilet is still white. Okay? So, listen. I don't mean any offense when I say stuff like that. However, people need to check themselves. You need to be checked. You need to be put in check. Not you, the viewer. Okay? Not you. I'm not saying specifically anyone, actually. I'm just speaking in general terms. It's just me speaking in general terms. Just putting this information out there. I'm sure a lot of people can resonate, or not resonate, but can you know, at least acknowledge this video and say, hey, look, come on, bro, what do you want? What the fuck do you want? Come on, bro, get out of here. Get off the side of me. I don't give a fuck what you looking at. I don't care. I can care less. Get out of here. That's another thing. People, they you know, you just can't mind your business. Like, mind your business and get out of my face. Because just know, I don't want anything to do with you. Like, people feel like they own the planet, like they own the world, and we're trying to govern one another. Ain't that some shit, though? Ain't that something? Ain't that something? How we're trying to govern and patrol one another, though. And that's not what it is. So, all these things will be taken care of, though, in due time. You know, we're going to have to go through what we're going to have to go through first. But all these things will, in fact, be taken care of in due time, whether people like it or not. With that being said, I will, in fact, bring this video here to a closing. Alright, because I do have to take a leak. And thanks for viewing. Thanks for watching. And like, share, subscribe, comment below. Let me know if you appreciate this content and stuff like that. Let me know if you appreciate this content. And yeah, I'm just, you know, I'm venting right now a little bit.
When possible,
and I'm gonna holla at y'all. Be safe.
The second left.